Welcome to episode 214 of Hustle and Pro. I'm Kelly Walker, and we hope you enjoy this episode with football player and strongman extraordinaire, Devon Doggett. All right, thank you for joining us today, Devon.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Tell me what is your sport nowadays?
So my sport nowadays is I'm a professional strongman. So if you ever watched on ESPN, you see these 6'5", 300-pound guys lifting boulders on the platforms and pressing giant dumbbells over their head. That's what I do now. So I got my pro card in September of this year. Was kind of on the amateur circuit for a little while, and then just 2025 things just started taking off strongman wise.
Amateur circuit for a little while. Was this a hobby that has been a year in the making, 2, 3? Like, how long did you pick this up? I mean, I'm assuming you've been lifting weights for a while as an athlete, but then how long has it been since you're like, okay, I'm going to focus on these skills?
So I started strongman after lockdown ended due to COVID. It was also around the time my football career ended, and I started training at a gym in Fort Worth called Metro Flex the Castle. And the owner saw me training one day, and he goes, "Hey, you ever thought about doing strongman?" Because he saw I was a big athletic guy. I was like, "I mean, no, not really. I'm not like a 400-pound dude." And he's like, "No, they have weight classes for you." And I'm like, "Oh,
okay,
let's see where this goes." So I asked him, I said, "Hey, so do I pay you for training, or how does this work?" And he said, "Just work out with me and the crew on Saturday, and if you make it, we'll go from there."
Make it through the workout?
Through the workout.
Okay.
So that's how I knew I was in for a
Challenge
doozy.
accepted.
And I'll tell you what, Kelly, that workout was harder than any football practice I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yes.
One strongman workout?
Yes. And I think it was due to the fact it was in the summer. Okay. The gym is like a giant warehouse. And I think part of Metro Flex is that they don't believe in air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
So there
Sweat
was
it out. Tough it out.
Oh, my goodness. I think I lost about 8 pounds of sweat that workout.
Well, I mean, strongman, right, alludes to the strength and the weights. Is there cardio involved too?
There is a cardio element added to it because some of the events, they're what's referred to as a dynamic event. So, you're carrying a heavy sandbag for max distance, or you're carrying a heavy keg and loading it over a bar. So you're doing that, repeatedly.
So you got to be able to breathe.
While there's a 300-pound object kind of constricting your airflow, while you're huffing and puffing, darting 50 meters down a course.
Okay, so that workout in what, 2020 or 21 or something like that. What nowadays, if you do that exact workout today, would it even bother you?
It would not bother me at all.
Wouldn't
just because my body's used to it. It's like going out and running a mile every day. The first time you go run a mile, you're gonna be huffing and puffing and be like, "Why am I doing this?"
Yeah.
But then, after a few times, you're like, "Oh my God, this is like riding a bike."
Called conditioning for a reason,
exactly.
Right? You condition your body to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned 2 of the events. Do you call them events when you go to a competition?
Yes.
So these are fascinating, right? When I see them on TV or when I see you posting about them. So gigantic barbells. But okay, walk me through like a normal competition.
Sure.
The last one you did.
Yeah.
How many events do you compete at, and what are they called, or what are they doing?
Yeah, so usually in a strongman competition, there's always one overhead press event. There's always one deadlift event. There's always what's referred to as a loading event. So taking an object and loading it over a bar for either maximum amount of weight or maximum amount of reps in a minute.
Okay.
And then there's always a dynamic or moving event. So carrying something, whether for speed or distance.
Is that one of the ones when you lift up that looks like a mini car or something, whatever, it goes around you and you walk and walk.
Yes, that's a dynamic event.
Yeah. Oh, dynamic. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
So they have those categories. When you go into the competition, do you know exactly what the thing is you're going to be doing, or you just know it falls into that category?
So usually we know what the exact event is and all the parameters, rules, things of that sort, how the scores are going to be measured. So every so often there will be one mystery event that's thrown into. That's usually for the bigger events. I have not done one yet that's had a mystery event. So
cool.
I'm kind of hoping, because I'm also going to compete in Virginia Beach in May. I'm hoping that that'll have a mystery event just so I can see, can I handle a mystery event? Just testing my general physical preparedness.
That's cool. All right. So those events, what is your best? What are you best at? Or what is your favorite?
I am best at anything dynamic. So, the frame carry is what you were referring to earlier, or a sandbag. Anything that involves moving, I'm good at because I was a hurler. I made it to state in the 110 hurdles in high school.
You were? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've always been just a naturally fast person.
And quick,
so anything that involves moving, I know I'm either going to place among the top in that event or win it.
How far are you moving? Like yards, 20 yards back and forth?
So it's usually 100 feet in
okay.
increments of 50 feet. So 50 foot down, 50 foot back is usually standard for strongman.
So you tend to like pull away from the crowd in those.
Yes.
Because you can pick up the thing. They can all pick up the thing, but you get there back and forth.
Exactly. Just my foot speed is a lot faster than these guys. Because some of them, I'm a rarity in the sense that I have a track and field background, which some of them may, but it's like, oh, they were all throwers.
Right. So what is the event you have the most room to be better at?
Overhead pressing, because I have a legitimate 6'11" wingspan, and so it takes a little while for me to get an object all the way above my head. And then I've also had a couple shoulder surgeries due to football. So just naturally, I'm kind of behind the 8 ball in that sense.
Like there could be like some kind of weakness in those.
For sure.
Overhead press. Sure. So you're pressing the dumbbell up, like up over, or a ball, or something.
It's either a dumbbell or some sort of barbell.
Barbell. How much weight is that you're doing in a competition?
So it varies. So
seeing these barbells that you work out with, and I'm like, I feel like that's heavier than me. Yeah, how much is this barbell you're putting over your head?
So the barbell, just taking a standard barbell. So the most weight I put over my head with that is 395 pounds. And then the giant dumbbell, which I hit a personal record a couple of days ago, and that's with one arm. I did 280 pounds.
Stop. Oh my gosh. One arm, 280 pounds over your head.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Wow. That's crazy. Is one arm better than the other because you're...
My right arm, that's my good one, because my left shoulder, I had 3 surgeries in it post-football. Me and the surgeon in Wichita Falls, we got really close. He was like, back again, huh?
I'm sure. Unfortunately for you.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, before we scooch over to your football career, I want to see what you've won. I asked you to bring some show and tell. I don't normally have guests bring show and tell, but I know I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of your stuff. So I want to see what you got.
So this was a medal that I got in the Ultimate Strongman World Championship in Fulda, Germany last summer, 2024. So I placed 4th out of 25 people from all over the world. Yeah, so this is very cool. This is one of my favorites. Yes, you sure can.
Okay, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I like the German ribbon so that you can really remember instantly what this.
And then there's a design on the back too, as the flag on and everything.
Oh, it's in Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh look, it's a guy holding up a barbell.
Yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. What a cool commemoration or memory from
Absolutely.
That. Very cool.
It's very, it'll be a fun story, to tell, the kids and grandkids, like, hey, back in Granddad's day, he was doing this and doing that.
In Germany, of all things.
And then this one's a little bigger. It's recent.
Okay.
So we had the official Strongman Games World Championship in Arlington, Texas. So I had a little bit of home field advantage.
Yeah.
So I was very fortunate enough to place 2nd in the world. So that's my current ranking as we stand. So got this nice little trophy. And then also the people that finish in top 10 get medals as well. I didn't bring that because my wife made a shadow box with my competition shirts from that competition and then the medal. So but I was able to bring this. So.
Scooch him over here.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Looks tough. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you've already got a little trophy case going.
Yep. A little bit.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
What is this word? Subvert?
So Cerberus Strength. So they were the title sponsor.
Okay.
For the World Championship.
This is Strongman Games. The strongest man.
Mm-hmm.
What is the 105 kilograms?
So that's the weight category.
Okay.
So
it's not what you're lifting; it's what you are.
Exactly. So strongman and powerlifting, it's like boxing. There's weight classes. Like there's heavyweights, middleweights.
So that you're not competing against like tiny guys.
Yes.
Like they have their own set of competition.
And then I have my own. I've competed in the open weight, which are the big guys before, and I've done pretty well.
So at your weight class, there's weights higher. There's bigger guys.
There are wider guys.
Wider guys. Okay.
Because I'm considered a rarity for my weight class. Because I'm 6'4", and a lot of guys in my weight class, they top out at like 6 foot.
Okay, so you got height on everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
But you said there's bigger weight class, heavier.
Yes.
But they're
they're wider, kind of your short, stockier looking guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you've gone in the open category before, where you are competing against
those guys
anybody.
That are 300 plus pounds easy.
And how's that go?
I've podiumed at a lot of those shows, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't go up to them? You can't because of your weight? Like you're where you at?
I have no desire to get that big.
Okay.
And I think my wife appreciates the fact that I don't want to get that big because our grocery bill would be through the roof.
That's like a whole lifestyle thing. Are those guys full-timers?
A lot of those guys are full-time. Like, this is what they do. And then again, another thing that I'm kind of a rarity is that I have a 8-to-5 job that I love. And this is honestly a hobby that I just enjoy.
You can't be in the gym as much as some other guys.
No. 2
if
hours.
If they're a gym owner or trainer, like they live and breathe it.
Exactly.
And you have this, full-time thing you got to work on.
Exactly.
And your full-time thing also happens to bleed over into evenings and travel and weekends and, fun stuff sometimes. But that takes away from,
it does.
You getting to be like in the gym all the time.
Yeah, but I do well without it.
When you travel for work, does a hotel gym, can you even use that?
Not really.
I mean, it's like, what, 50 pounds or something?
50 to 60 pounds maximum. Yeah. I mean, when I travel for work, I'll get on a treadmill just to get some cardio in. Okay. Then I'll do, some standard dumbbell work. But, I mean, there's only so much I can do in a hotel.
You need to be in like a special gym.
For sure.
For strong guys. And there's probably strong gals, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do all your competitions have a female side?
Every single one of them has a female side.
Yeah. Okay. So switching gears.
Yes.
Because all that's fascinating and different. But I also want to know, you mentioned hurdling, but I want to know what got you to the, physique and strength and all the pieces that got you to be able to be strongman. Yeah. So what was your childhood sport look like going into, high school, college? So
childhood, I started out like everybody else. I was a baseball player. I loved playing shortstop.
Here in Texas?
Here in Texas, yes. At West Side Lions Little League out in Fort Worth. Okay. Is where I played. And then I played until I was 10 years old, I think. And then I didn't play organized sports until I got to high school, actually. I mean, I would be out playing with neighborhood kids, playing football, basketball, baseball, all that.
You didn't start Pee Wee football?
No.
You were Pee Wee baseball?
Yeah.
And then, so even in middle school, you weren't playing?
Nope.
You jumped in high school?
Yep, I started playing football in high school.
And track?
Yeah.
Both not till high school?
Yep, not till high school.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Because that just means you don't have to start at age 5 to be good at something, right?
You do not.
You have a natural ability, like sport ability. Is that a family thing?
It is 100% a family thing. My father was a heck of an athlete in his own right. He was an All-American up in New Jersey, football and basketball. And then my grandfather was an amazing soccer player.
No way.
He was a crazy soccer player.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he had trophies galore from his soccer days. When he was in high school, they would scrimmage, because from New Jersey, they would scrimmage Princeton.
Wow.
And he would just annihilate those guys.
That's
like,
cool.
My grandfather was an amazing athlete, so it was.
Do you ever dabble in soccer?
No, never tried.
Yeah.
Too much running for me.
Were you big and before high school? Like, were you always bigger, taller?
I was always amongst the taller kids. I was also a little chunky when I was in middle school. I hadn't growing out of my baby fat just yet.
So soccer wasn't the build. People probably told you didn't have the build for soccer, or you thought you didn't.
I'd have to be either a goalkeeper or a center back if I was going to play soccer.
Which nowadays, like, there are really
there's a lot of taller, bigger guys these days.
In the back there.
Absolutely.
Even some forwards, but you have to be able to move, you know, and want to run a lot.
For sure.
I think that's changed over the years.
Absolutely. I mean, if I started now, I'd probably dabble in soccer. But.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, so grandpa soccer, dad basketball, football. So then you tried football in high school.
I did.
How did that go?
Oh my word! So I always, as a kid, I loved football. I just loved the game, and I had a very good, pretty solid football IQ going in because I watch NFL, college religiously. I have still little journals of me drawing up my own offensive plays. Like, I was a football nerd through and through. And my little brain decided that, hey, I'm going to try to play quarterback. I can throw the ball far, sure. So why not go play one of the hardest positions ever, and you've never played football? That also was around the time that I had my first growth spurt. And so I kind of had, the little baby deer thing going on. Like, I was long, gangly.
Fill it all in yet.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't know how to use my body.
Right.
And so my freshman year was a little rough for me. Like, because I was just
most freshmen are shaped and probably in that same boat, but yeah.
Yeah. I was on the freshman B team, actually, starting
just
out.
Like Jack.
Yeah. For sure.
There's hope.
Exactly. And then
just kidding.
There is hope. There is hope. You're going to be all right, Jack. Trust me. And then, after my freshman year, got used to my body, and then just, again, my natural athletic ability just took over from there.
Did you ever get to JV, or did you skip up to varsity? Or
So I started out my sophomore year on JV. So sophomore year is also interesting because I played just about every position under the sun. So I was quarterback, and then I played outside linebacker, and then
like both sides of the ball during the
yeah,
game?
yeah, and then I played tight end and wide receiver
Oh
for a
my
few
gosh!
games there
Wow.
too. And towards the end of my sophomore year, I got moved up to varsity.
Okay.
I think week 6.
Oh,
I
and
moved
that's
up to
early. Yeah.
varsity.
So varsity most of the time then.
Yes.
And then at what point were you like, I think I could keep playing into college?
Yeah. I will say probably my junior year, middle of my junior year.
By then, had you outlined a primary position, or were you like, I'm versatile, I can play whatever college needs me?
At that point, I was like, hey, if you say we need you to play this, I guarantee I could figure it out because of my, thankfully, was blessed with a lot of natural athletic ability, and I just wanted to be good at whatever was set.
Was that part of the recruiting conversation?
A little bit. It just depended on the school that I was talking to.
Right. Because I mean, there's some
Yeah.
schools that are like, we only need this, right? But
Yeah.
then there's probably some coaches that are like, hey, versatility is a factor.
Exactly. If you could do this, then yeah, we'll have you do it. And so I think it wasn't until my senior year, well, not even my senior year, that I had a position nailed down because I started my senior year as a slot wide receiver. And then, like, I'm a big body guy for a slot receiver.
Yeah.
And then our starting tight end broke his ankle.
I was going to say, naturally, it just seems like more of a tight end
Yeah.
for you, but yeah.
And then so the remainder of my senior year, I played tight end. And then that's what I got my scholarship for, to play as a tight end.
And where were you?
So I played my first 2 years at Navarro Junior College in Corsicana, Texas. It's okay if you haven't heard of Corsicana, Texas, because nobody else has either.
I know of Corsicana because I'm from Waco.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we played Corsicana teams at some point growing up, maybe like playoff situation. And I also know Navarro because of
cheer.
Sorry, but
and it's okay. Hey, phenomenal.
You know, I have a daughter who loves cheer, so we watch that together.
Yeah, everyone that I come across, they're like, "Oh, the cheer school." I'm like,
yeah. So 2 years there.
Yeah, 2 years there. So I played tight end the first 2 games, and then our starting fullback broke his ankle.
Oh my gosh.
Coach looks at me and says, "Hey, Doggett, you ever played fullback?" Said no, but I could probably figure it out. He's like, "Well, good. You're going to start at fullback next week."
Oh my gosh.
So my freshman year, I played fullback.
Good thing you're smart and can pick it up. And like you probably knew playbooks and all that stuff and could just figure it out.
Yeah, all that was thankfully fostered from an early age. So
yeah. Wow. Okay, so then what?
So then sophomore year rolls around. I'm finally able to play tight end for most of the year.
Natural thing.
Exactly. And then once again, the guy that was, so we kind of switched up our offense my sophomore year at Navarro. We had like a fullback / H-back type of position. That guy quit. And so they're like,
opportunity.
Hey, Doggett. I'm like, yep. We need you to fill in and play this position. I'm like, sure, why don't you have me kick at this point?
Right. That's funny.
Yeah.
So you played a different thing.
I did. And then after that, I got my scholarship offer from Midwestern State University to play tight end. So I'm like, all right, awesome. I finally get to play tight end for an entire season.
Right. Okay.
Didn't quite work out that way in the end, but
that's funny.
Yeah. So just about,
I think unusual, but I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing that's unusual, but
doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
I had it was again very fun time in my football career. But so I'll never forget the fall before, or the day before fall camp my junior year at Midwestern State. Head coach calls me in the office, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Because never got in trouble. Always good with my grades. He's like, I got to ask you a question. And I'm like, all right, what's up, Coach Maskell? He says, we're low on quality defensive ends.
Oh, my gosh.
We know you're a freak athlete. Would you be willing to switch sides?
Oh, my gosh.
And the only thing that I asked him, I said, will I start? He said, probably.
Okay.
I said, okay.
You just want to play, start.
Yeah. And then I played defensive end for the remainder of my college career.
And you hadn't played a defensive position probably since like 10th grade.
Yeah, not since 10th grade.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then I know you played a little more after college, right? So what was that?
A cup of tea.
Yeah. How did that work out? Or how did that come about?
Yeah. So after my senior year, I knew that I was a great athlete. I knew that I could at least warrant a look or two from a pro day. And so I moved from Wichita Falls back to Fort Worth, and then I started training out at Driven Elite out in Grapevine, Texas, which was attached to Grapevine Mills Mall, which is ran by Donald Driver, which I didn't realize until I got there, and I just saw him walking about, and I kind of fanboyed a little bit. I'm like, it's Donald Driver. What's he doing here? And then the guy that trained all the D-line linebackers, he's like, name's on the building, bud.
It's his gym.
Yeah. So I got to train under Donald Driver, and then a guy by the name of Noel Scarlett, God rest his soul. He played defensive tackle for the Vikings and the Cowboys for a little bit. And so going through the training process, for pro days, you do your 40-yard dashes, your 225 bench press for max reps, your pro agility, and then your position drills. So I'm training all of that for 7 hours a day.
Whoa. Yeah.
Leading up to my pro day. And about 2.5, 3 weeks into training, a guy, I think he was a scout. I want to say it was the Vikings that came up because Noel played for the Vikings.
Oh.
He came in,
So he had the connections, and people probably came and looked at guys.
Exactly, seeing who was there. It was myself, and then a linebacker from Tarleton State, who was our rival, and then a linebacker from Texas A&M Kingsville, and then a defensive lineman that played at Texas Tech. And so those his guys.
Of that school, for sure.
Just a little bit. You might know a thing or two.
Yeah. So he came to look at all of you guys.
Yeah. And then he saw me working out. He pulled me to the side. He was like, "What position you play, man?" I was like, "I was a defensive end." He was like, No, you're an outside linebacker now."
What?
I was like, "What?" He was like, your body type, you're suited for an outside linebacker.
You'd never done that.
I did that
you said linebacker
for a little
first,
bit, again, in 10th grade, but that's 10th
different
grade.
world.
That's 10th grade.
Different
this
world.
is not NFL. Yeah, and then Noel looked at him. He looked at me. He's like, "Well, that's what we're going to work on."
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy, because if it was some other NFL team, they could have seen you some other way.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, and so from then on, the rest of my training was training as an outside linebacker, which there's some crossover between playing defensive end and playing outside linebacker, depending upon the defense. Sometimes it's just a matter of if your hand's down or your hand's up. So yeah, started training as an outside linebacker, and then we had our pro day. So it was Tarleton State's pro day because they were the bigger program, and they had more, I guess, NFL prospects, because for us, it was myself, our quarterback, Leighton Rabb, and then our 2 running backs that were getting
just a few
looked
guys.
at. Yeah. In our
pro day, Tarleton had more.
They had a lot. They had a really good team that year. And then
what conference is that?
That's the Lone Star Conference, whose basketball tournament we host here in Frisco.
Right. Yeah, you know them.
Just a little bit.
Which is also interesting because now through work, there's something to be said for having a pro day for the whole conference.
The whole conference.
So you can see all the guys, even if there's a school that only has,
like
2 guys, they can still get the full look. Yeah.
Exactly.
But that wasn't happening back then, I'm sure.
Not quite.
It's not like it's that long ago. You're young, but all right. So did the Vikings let you come work out with them, or was it someone else?
So it wound up being someone else. So at pro day, at Tarleton's pro day, the Vikings, the Browns, the Patriots, Rams, Broncos, Lions, a couple Canadian League teams, and then you remember the old AAF, the league that went belly up in 7 weeks. So a couple teams from there came to the pro day. So we had a good amount of scouts in front of us. And I initially was going to work out as both a defensive end and a linebacker. And the guy that was running the linebacker drills was a scout from the Cowboys named Henry Sroka. And he'd been a scout with the Cowboys for a very long time. And then a Ram scout by the name of Steve Kaiser. So they ran the linebacker drills. And then some ran through the linebacker drills, did fantastic. And then the defensive line, it's their turn to go. So I step up, and I'll never forget Steve Kaiser with the Rams. He goes, "Doggett, you're good. You're good. Like, we've seen what we want to see.
Okay.
You did well.
Okay.
You can stop." And I'm like, "Oh,
hopefully that's a good
thing." Yeah. I'm assuming it's good.
Either
I did real good or real bad.
Right. That could go either way.
Exactly.
Like, we don't need to see any more.
Hey,
we don't want to see.
It's time for you to do something else.
Yeah.
But
that's good though. I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, it was a good sign. And then so fast forward to draft day, I was well aware that I probably wouldn't get drafted because Midwestern State's a small school.
Right.
Like, I had that expectation going in. And so, go through, obviously don't get drafted, and then get a call from Denver Broncos. Said they want to bring me in for rookie minicamp. And then so I spent a little bit with them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I bet that was a fun experience that you didn't even expect to happen a few years before that.
No. If you'd asked me, I'd be in the same, meeting room as Von Miller. I probably would have been like, "Get out of here."
Seriously? He was there.
He was there. I was there. Yeah.
Just being exposed to guys like Von Miller, like, that's a cool life experience.
Yeah, and also Peyton Manning, he came to practice one day, and I met Peyton Manning.
The legend.
The sheriff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, at some point you realize, okay, I'm not going to end up like on a roster. And then
so it was a fun story with that.
Yeah.
So after I was released from Denver, I got a physical done and found out that I had 2 herniated discs in my neck.
Oh, no.
And that was causing some pretty bad nerve damage and nerve pain to the point where sometimes I'd wake up and I couldn't feel my arm.
Ooh, so you knew there was something off.
Yeah. And I remember the exact moment.
But they officially told you.
Yes. They were like, hey, but
this isn't safe
this time
for you.
You should shut it down. Yeah. And I remember the exact play that had happened too.
Oh, really? There was a moment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, over time, I would assume
it just got worse.
Right.
Yeah.
But something injured you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was senior year. We were playing Western New Mexico up in Silver City, New Mexico. And I was playing defensive end. I shed a blocker and I go to make a tackle and my head was too far down. And then boom, made the tackle, but my neck compressed. And then I'm kind of sitting there and then my arms are like this weird tingling. I'm like, oh no, I can't feel my arms. What's happening? To me, I'm like, oh, it's just a stinger, whatever. And so I got feeling back in my right arm. My left arm was still kind of late to the party.
I guess that's why they do the physicals, so that they catch it.
Yep.
Even if you didn't say anything,
for
your own good, for their good. So they're not investing in somebody who can't.
Exactly.
Who can't long term.
You don't want to invest in damaged goods, for lack of better terms, which is understandable.
So that was it.
That was it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All that, and then I mean that's any sport, right?
It
a
could
play,
happen
an accident, any off sport accident can like just derail the plan, no matter what the talent is on the field, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then you still manage to, just quickly, I just want to mention that you still get to be around sports a lot.
I do.
Yeah. I work with you here at Visit Frisco, and you still get to be around all kinds of sports, around sports leadership.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell me how, like, I'm assuming that at least fills that bucket a little.
It really does. It really does. So I got my my degree, my master's degree in sports administration. Like I knew if I wasn't going to play professionally, I had to be around sports somehow, some way. And so I originally started out working Parks and Recreation, which was fine. You know, it served its purpose and all that. And it got me a pretty solid knowledge base for how city government works. And so when the position here at Visit Frisco opened, it was the Sports and Event Services Coordinator. And so I saw that, I immediately went for it because I knew what Frisco was, the sports destination was having grown up just down the street in Fort Worth, Texas, and was fortunate enough to have been given the role. And so it's been almost 3 years now.
Yeah. Well, it's fun working alongside you and you get to do all these sports things because I know it's, what you're passionate about.
Absolutely.
And so getting to work with and have clients that are all of your, sports leadership and teams and conferences, it's fun. It's great.
In work heaven.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So congrats on getting to stay in the biz.
Yeah.
Thank you. Obviously congrats on all your Strongman
Thank you.
winnings and success. It's very cool to have a coworker that is off doing those cool things and winning all the things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's
so
fun.
I'll put your Instagram handle on here so people can go find you.
Yeah.
Is that where people would see your stuff? Instagram?
Yes, mostly.
Okay. I'll put it out there so people can go check you out. So
thank you.
Thank you for taking time.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun.
Chat with us. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Hustle and Pro. Subscribe on YouTube and check us out on Instagram, and we'll see you next episode.